Oh, happy haze.
Hi everyone, Mrs. Hayes here. So today I'm going to give you a rundown on how you can engage any child with any book. So I understand the importance of making sure that we have just right books, that they're targeted to their reading level, age appropriate, but there's something to be said about when you have a book that's not precisely on their level. Because sometimes, let's face it, you might get a book that is a gift and it's a little bit higher than your youngin's level. Or maybe you picked one and you didn't realize that it might have been a little bit lower than their level, right? You might see one of your older kids picking up one of the baby books. Don't discourage them. Any book can engage any child. First, let's start with a little touch and feel book. So That's Not My Snowman is part of the That's Not My series, and these all have the really fun touch and feel so that you can engage your reader this way. With your youngest learners, make sure you point and repeat. You point and repeat. That's not my snowman. Its hat is too soft. Look at the snowman. Do you see the snowman? Its hat is so soft. Do you see the hat? Aw, hi snowman. Your hat is so soft. Repeat and point. For toddlers, like my little guy who's almost 2, I would repeat, point, and question. So if it's a word that I know he already knows, I would say, "Where's the snowman?" And he would point to the snowman. "Is he wearing a hat? Where's his hat?" And he would point to the hat. Now, if I get into this story and I'm not sure if he knows some of the words, I would say, "Ooh, his scarf is too fluffy." Do you see the scarf? Scarf? Can you say scarf? And that way, we're repeating the unknown words. So here's a little clip of me reading this book with my little guy. His mittens are too fuzzy. Oh, mittens. Those are cool. Where's the little mouse? Where is he? That's the nose. That's the snowman's nose. Do you see the little mouse? You found it. That's not my snowman. His buttons are too bumpy. Where are his buttons? Buttons. They're bumpy. Can you say bump? Bump. Good job. Oh, I like that snowman. That's not my snowman. His arms are too rough. Hat. He is wearing a hat. Good job, baby. He is. Where are his rough arms? Oh, rough. Ouch. For our brand new readers, the ones that are just starting to learn to read, these series are perfect because they are a pattern. Every page, they know that they can read That's Not My Snowman. Now, you can have them read the pattern, and then you can read the part that is unknown. They're a little bit older and they're ready. They can start to read this side, either by looking at the picture or by sounding it out. So this is perfect for preschool to first grade, where they can start to read it themselves. Now, you might think it's silly if your older children pick up this book because you're like, "No, this is a baby book." But don't discourage them. This is going to build confidence, right? This is easy for them to read. So they can build confidence knowing that they're going to know all the words. You might encourage them to read in a different voice. "That's not my snowman. His scarf is too fluffy." You could be Santa, right? You can have them read it in different voices just to keep it engaging, and they can try out new things because they know and feel confident with the text. You can also have them start to make predictions. So since the first page has a hat, the second page has a scarf, they can start to say, "Oh, a hat and a scarf. What do you think will be on the next page? What else would you wear in the winter time?" So they can start to put the pieces together and make predictions. And finally, for your older learners, you can start to expand their vocabulary. For example, his arms are too rough. Ooh, rough. What's a synonym for rough? They might come up with their own, or you can give them some examples. All right, let's switch gears. So this is the Big Book of Big Tractors. And I was so excited to buy this for my son, and he's obsessed with tractors and trucks right now, so I thought it would be perfect. Until I opened it and I realized it's all nonfiction facts, and there are lots and lots of words. Now, don't get me wrong, it's so cool and he loves pulling it open, but at the same time, it was a little overwhelming for me and I laughed out loud. So, what I did was, to make sure that this was accessible, I said, this is the story about Michael and how he gets to go and see trucks and tractors. First, he saw a man wearing a hat in a blue tractor. What did Michael see? Did he see two birds? I made up a whole story. Now, you might use some of the words as you go and say, oh, then he saw a mini tractor and he saw a bunker tractor. So you can use some of the new vocabulary words, but you don't have to. And as you probably guessed, I pointed, repeated, and questioned. So I said, where are the birds? And so he could actually show me. I would say, ooh, blue tractor. Do you see the blue tractor? Another bird. Wow, so cool. So again, point, repeat, question. For preschool to first grade, this actually would be super fun for them to narrate the story. So they get to be the main character. They can tell you all the things that they saw, and it wouldn't actually require them to read the words. They can just go through and look at the pictures and tell us about them, right? They can tell you, oh, I went into this tractor to do this. And again, you can read some of the facts to them and they can include that in their story. So this arm can stretch to twice its length. It can reach bales of straw stacked high in a barn. Ooh, when did you need to use this tractor? Oh, you had to get the hay all the way at the top? That's so important to get the straw for the horses. So you continue to tell a story by using some of the facts. So as they're telling their stories, just let their imagination take over. It's so much fun for them. You can even ask them questions like, ooh, how are you feeling during that time? What were you thinking when you were in that big tractor? So just enhancing the story by asking questions. And last but not least, the older learners, this is perfectly accessible for them. They can go ahead and read these facts. One thing you can do with the older readers is identify the genre. You can look at it and just do a little picture walk. Ooh, do you think this is telling a story with characters and a setting and a problem and a solution? Do you think it's a fictional text? No, probably not. I see lots of facts. So I'm thinking this is a nonfiction text. So just going through and thinking about the genre before you read will give them a clear vision on what they're reading for. So since this is nonfiction, they're reading to find facts. But one thing I would do, just to make sure that they're not feeling overwhelmed, because I know some readers who are still gaining confidence might be a little overwhelmed by this page, you can ask and give them a choice. Ooh, is there one on this page that looks really interesting to you? Which one should we read first? Or you can say, do you want me to read some of the facts and then you can read some? Or should we read them in our head? Giving them that choice makes it more fun for them. So these strategies I gave you today with these two awesome books can be used for any picture books. So my biggest takeaway for you is there is no one correct way to read a book. You can do it in many different ways. Books are not just reading the words on the page. Books give you an opportunity to build relationships, build empathy, build their imagination, their curiosity, build their confidence, and of course, knowledge at the same time. I am going to put a little cheat sheet up on your screen so you can just snap a picture and save it for later. And I genuinely hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching and happy reading!